Hello, one-man murder fans. I assume you are fans of just one man being murdered. Anything else? No interest. Anyway, hey, this is the portion of the show where we stall so Twitch can run an ad. But if you're listening to this on a podcast or on YouTube or something, we just want to say, hey, we care. And we put a little something here so you don't have to listen to Twitch ads. Actually, come to think of it, we don't have any ads at all on our show, so you never, when you listen to this podcast, have to hear ads for mattresses or erection pills or Squarespace or anything like that. However, if you want to just tip us $1, go to paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. Just tip us $1, a single buck, or less. Just a way of saying thanks. We don't want your money. We don't want you to go broke. But if you feel like tipping us $1, paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze, and we will continue to promise to say nothing about erectile dysfunction. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. We were just talking about Rikki accidentally ruining everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but now Zoom apparently, when a meeting starts being recorded, a giant thunderous robot lady voice breaks through everything and just says, "This meeting is being recorded."
Yeah, it's really terrifying. You look out your window to see if the cops are there.
Yeah, and it's in a voice synthesizer left over from 1996, I think.
Yeah.
And then a little option comes up on your screen. And one says, "Okay, go about your business as normally." And the other says, like, "Blow up the city."
Yeah.
And,
I hit the blow up the city button.
Yeah, and then Rikki just vanished as his entire city went up in
have
flames.
2 pairs of glasses. One is for close-up reading. The other one's for far away. And I have to have the close-up. So I'm going to push all the wrong things. And for some reason, the monitor I'm looking at is smaller than usual today. So.
Okay, so wait a minute. What do you mean?
A tiny man.
For some reason, that's true. What is the monitor like? Did you just wake up this morning and suddenly the monitor had shrunk by some sort of witchery, or what happened?
I'm looking at an iPad, a mini iPad that is fixed beneath my camera, and it video mirrors from the Mac, and for some reason it's video mirroring very, very tiny. Yeah, so you're like a quarter. Like I feel like spending you. Like I just feel like grabbing you, shoving you into a candy machine, and seeing if I can get like a gumdrop or something.
Oh wow! I think at best you'll get half a milk dud.
Oh, milk duds are pretty good.
But you want to start a cryptocurrency tomorrow? You want to do that?
Oh, what would we call it?
Fork coin,
dodgy coin,
scam coin.
Oh, now you're gonna get all the mail. Like, no,
I know. All right.
And also, Zack Snyder is the coolest guy ever.
All right, now we have to run the credits.
Tell me why, I'm still stuck in this place. All the violence, it's just a one-man murder maze. I reappraise my ways, but my fate replays in a blazing haze. And I'll end my days in this one-man murder maze. Let me rephrase. These are the days in a one-man murder maze. Man, murder maze, man, murder maze.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the opening theme. Welcome to One Man Murder Maze. Rikki and I were talking, maybe we should just change the opening to the opening of In Search of.
Right, with Leonard Nimoy.
With Leonard Nimoy from the 70s.
Yeah.
It has a very, very punchy theme.
Marcus just played it for us, and I'd forgotten it completely, but I think it's all Casio.
It's all Casio, and I think maybe they stretch like one of those like a bow or something, or some piano strings across a cat, and just sort of played it that way.
Right.
So,
and Leonard Nimoy comes on and goes, "Let's talk about the cat." I can't do Leonard Nimoy.
Did he say that? No one can, because he's Leonard Nimoy. It's too amazing.
Yeah.
So this is one man. I was gonna go down a Leonard Nimoy tangent and an In Search of tangent. I'm gonna do everybody a huge favor and not do that. Not one.
I don't.
In Search of X. You don't remember what they searched for?
Something about pyramids or Bermuda Triangles at some point.
I know there was. Here's the one I remember, and I don't remember a thing about it. They searched for a monster called the Honey Island Monster, which I'm willing to bet nobody even cared about until In Search of did a thing about it, because it was probably late in the season and they were running out of things to be in search of.
Were there bears? Is it a bear? Was it Yogi?
I don't even remember. I don't know where Honey Island is. They could have made everything up.
Like the monster is just Winnie the Pooh.
Jesus.
I think we've talked about this before, that, Winnie the Pooh, if he eats honey, it doesn't go anywhere because he's a stuffed animal. It just fills him up until he gets bigger and he pops.
Oh God, that's dark. Anyway, welcome to One Man Murder Maze. The D&D podcast for people who don't get invited to parties or don't like parties, either one. It's just me, the player, and Rikki, the DM.
That's me.
Also, games operations director.
Yes, that's me.
Right.
Yeah, that's me.
We hope that this show cuts down on random arguing time within the party.
But start with your drink.
We make up for it by just random garbage time with ourselves. Anyway, so every week I do a drink, and this week...
Let's start with the drink theme, Marcus.
Oh, no.
Let's have a drink.
Thank you, Marcus.
Okay, two things. I have a couple of questions.
All right.
One, why is there a bong in the middle of that? There's definitely someone smoking out of a bong.
Like. I've never smoked.
Well, it sounds like that. And then two,
it's like uncorking a bottle. It's like a bottle. It's like punk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All I heard was the bubbling part.
It's like the guy uncorks a bottle of something, and then he holds the glass, and he pours it for some reason 2 feet above. It's
okay. Okay. No. All right. Well, I'm glad. I just flashbacks to my roommate in college. And the other thing is, I don't even have a question, but I like to call attention at the end when the horse orchestra dies.
Right.
There's just the ghost whinny of the dead horse.
Yeah.
It's just at the end of it, and I don't know. It haunts me. That's all.
Yeah.
It's just I think
a horse becomes a ghost. 1 second, a horse playing the tambourine or something, and then bam, ghost. Whatever that guy did when he fell down those stairs and killed all those horses, it was bad. Maybe he unleashed a chipper shredder. I don't know. Or maybe he was a chipper shredder.
You've opened so many doors that I can't even. I don't know which one to go down. And honestly, it just makes me sad to think that every time we play that, another horse dies, which probably isn't true. Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. A horse gets its wings, as I think I said last time. So my drink this time, don't play the song again. I did a tiki drink. I did a tiki drink this week.
Nice.
This is called the Dr. Funk, which, by the way, is not named after George Clinton or funk music. This is from a way that it's actually named after a German doctor named Dr. Funk.
What?
So, Dr. Funk. Dr. Funk.
Funk?
Funk. Say it again.
Funk?
Funk.
F-U-N-K?
F-U-N-K.
Funk?
Funk.
Like funk you?
Funk all of us.
Oh, funk everyone.
God funk you, everyone. And what it is it's 2 1/4 ounces of black pot still rum. Mm-hmm. You find when you if you fall down the tiki drink hole that there's a bunch of different kinds of rum that you had no idea even
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's a pot still rum. 1/4 ounce of herb saint, which is just an anise liqueur. You could probably use absinthe if you wanted. I think I used Pernod. 1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice, 1/2 ounce of Demerara simple syrup, or any dark simple syrup, and 1/4 ounce of grenadine, and 1 ounce of seltzer. So that's a tiki drink for you, because there's always a ton of ingredients, and a lot of them are kind of no, you got to use this kind of rum, asshole, or the tiki people will hunt you down and murder you.
And you have all these ingredients in your house.
Mm-hmm.
How big?
I mean, look, you've seen what's behind me.
But I don't remember it being that. It seems like there should be more than that behind you. I mean, every time I hear about these recipes, they're rocket fuel, and you've got to go down to NASA, and you've got to go, I need 30 tons of this, and a silo of that, and I've never heard of these things. Do you have another house where you keep all the ingredients?
You mean in a house full entirely of booze?
Yeah.
Only in my heart.
That other house is just Bevmo.
Yeah. It does beg the right. It does beg the question, what booze-wise have you heard of?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. There's beer,
Mhm.
and there's Mai Tais,
Okay.
and
That's not.
there's absinthe,
Okay. Whiskey? Have you heard of
whiskey, Scotch,
Yeah.
bourbon,
Those are all whiskeys.
brandy.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not a whiskey.
That's not a
But
whiskey.
that's you know what?
Scotch
That's
is a
enough.
whiskey?
That's
All right.
plenty. Yeah, it is. So anyway, get on with the game because they're not here to hear me talk booze, but they are here to watch me drink.
All right. Do you want to know what's happening? Do you want to recall? Do you want
I
to
will.
recap?
I remember. So this is the Caverns of Jeff, Chapter 5.
Right.
And in our last episode, we were Horkhauser had been a gelatinous cube, because of his curse by a ghost horse.
Right.
So every time he tries to use a druidic wild shape, he turns into a gelatinous cube, which may have its advantages later on. But the gods of the island were out to destroy us because Jeff had not properly introduced himself to the gods. So they had sent trees that had thrown apples for photon torpedoes, basically, and they were going to destroy us. Anyway, few interesting little detective-esque developments happened. Number one, couple of bodies. We searched the bodies. Weren't really sure how they were killed. They were sort of straightforward wounds.
Yeah.
But we found on one of them a small leaf, which was clearly a magical item.
Oh, you didn't find it on him. You found it later on a tree.
Oh, we found it on a tree?
Yeah.
Oh,
growing on a tree.
This changes everything.
Yeah.
Because I had magic vision briefly. So anyway, weren't sure what killed them. But Jeff finally confessed that his cousin Ozzy told them that if anyone knew why they were on that island, they would be very angry. They would try to stop them.
Right.
So we don't know why.
Right.
That's what's going on. Now, then, as we were searching, as we found the beach, Horkhauser found a wreck of several of the giant swimming trees, which are basically this world's Ents.
Yeah.
They're like Ents crossed with cruise ships, with the love boats.
Basically.
And they swim across large oceans, of which there are many on this world, or maybe just one giant one. Yeah. But these had a number of them wrecked on the shore. Searched the wreckage, didn't necessarily find anything specific. Did find some intact bottles of whiskey, which is very important to Horkhauser. And the bark had been eaten by insects. Wasn't sure whether that was after they had wrecked or before.
It did look like they had come out of the husks of the trees, like they had burst out.
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unhappy now. I've always been unhappy. I don't want to go into it. But anyway, so when night fell, Horkhauser took the leaf boat. Horkhauser and Jeff went in to test out the leaf boat on the water there, because we determined it was a magic leaf boat. And as we went in there, Jeff got distracted. The island said that we were not welcome, made a pronouncement, sent another guardian after to destroy us. Jeff ran up just
Kick your ass with apples.
Yeah. Am I close to all this? Am I right? Am I right? Okay.
It's all correct so far.
All right, good. Okay, after that, Horkhauser turned into solid gold and is now worth millions. And also, he became the most attractive man in the world.
We're getting into I think you're getting into your last campaign.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay. What happened was this. Just as Horkhauser was throwing the boat into the water, the leaf turns into a giant boat. Horkhauser gets on it, but then Jeff comes running out of the forest being chased by, oh God, this is worse than I thought. Too late. Horkhauser's in the boat. The boat just swirls around him. Everything just sort of swirls, and then suddenly he's in a, maybe Willy Wonka style. I don't know. Suddenly, I mean, the original. I didn't see the Johnny Depp version.
With the head chicken gets head cut off, and he's singing a weird song. Yeah, like that.
And the little centipede on the person's face.
No one knows where we're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that. And then he comes out of the little boat warp drive, and he's in a tunnel, and sees a light at the end of it. And if I recall correctly, there were voices threatening to murder him, but I don't remember whether we saw the creatures or not.
Well, you did not see the creatures. You heard the voices echo throughout the cavern that you have entered into.
Okay.
But yeah, you got all that right. A few details were a little weird, but you got a point advantage.
I got an inspiration.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Woohoo!
I can't remember
Well,
words.
it's hard.
Yeah. So you have entered into. So yeah, you took the leaf boat, you put it into the river, and just as you were putting in the river, you looked up, and Jeff was running out, being chased by a new Apple Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because at first he was going to bravely fight them. He's like, "No, it's worse than I thought." But then you had placed the leaf boat onto the river, and then instantly, when you put it on the river, you were suddenly, as if it was like things had just blinked. You were suddenly sitting on the leaf boat. You don't know if you shrunk or if the leaf boat got bigger, but you're suddenly sitting on the leaf boat, and it is now sailing through this dark Pirates of the Caribbean style cavern.
Jeebus.
Excuse me. So the boat seems to be sailing on its own. It's just going down this path. The cavern is. My voice is going for some reason. There we go. That's better.
Excuse me. I'm
Mm.
sorry. What
That was one of the monsters down the tunnel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did you just cough up a hairball?
I think so.
Okay,
Um,
just checking.
yeah. So yeah, you were sailing down this passage. The roof of the passage was covered in these these little harmless glowworms that you see in some caves.
Mhm.
Some of the glowworms appear to be fairies, maybe. That's typical stuff in this
Okay.
world.
So
So
sort of
and that's when you hear.
typical caves.
Yeah, that's
Fairy
when you hear the voices. You hear, "Slenderhack will take all the blood. Slenderhack knows where you are hiding, little person. He will have your blood." And then you hear someone reply to Slenderhack,
Paddlewhack will have the blood. It is not Slenderhack's to have.
and then you hear a third voice, distant, echoing through the chamber, female this time, saying,
Bingy will have the blood for her own. You two are stupid.
and then you hear, and you're still sailing forward, and then you hear the first one go, "Slenderhack is not stupid," and then you hear the second voice,
Yes, Slenderhack is stupid.
and it goes back and forth. They're just arguing about who is stupid now, and
Oh,
as this goes on, I will. It becomes boring after a while. They're going on for so long.
well,
Just back and
everyone
forth.
in the chat room, you can just chill
Yeah.
out while these things argue. Talk
Yeah.
amongst yourselves.
So while you're doing that, you're exiting the tunnel portion of this and entering the full cavern. And this is what you see:
Mhm.
giant cypress, massive banyan, and water tupelo trees with root systems as big as houses growing from
Whoa.
out of the waters of this dark cavern marina. When you first look up, you think you're seeing a night sky filled with stars. But at second glance, you realize that you were seeing millions of hanging glowworms and tiny fairy lights drifting high up on the ceiling. It's hard to tell how high the ceiling is, maybe 200 feet up, but your eyes are coming into focus, and you see that the greatest source of light is coming up ahead. There is a short wood pier built onto a stone attached to a lima bean shaped rock, an island, if you will, and it's mostly stone and cobblestone that this pier is attached to.
Mhm.
Perhaps 100 feet in length is the whole island. Upon the island sit two huts, beautifully crafted in timber. The huts, though perhaps only 500 square feet in diameter, are 2 stories with large bay open windows. At the top level, there is a bridge that joins the two top levels of the two huts.
Huh.
You are approaching the closer of the two huts on the left side, and you can see that there is a tower, a small tower that comes through the top of the second story. So it's actually about a third story hut, and the little pointed peaked tower, and that as you get closer, you can see that the tower or the hut on the right looks like it might have stable doors, but there is light coming from them, but you don't see any movement.
Hmm.
But the thing that really captures your attention is off to your left, floating in the water, uh, away from the island, is a barge, sort of a makeshift, hastily crafted barge, and on that barge is a dead swimming tree. Just
Oh, oh.
it looks like um, it's I mean, it's hard to tell from here. It's dark in this place. There's no light other than the lights floating from up ahead and the lights from the island that you're approaching. What would you like to do? The creatures that are shouting in the distance have stopped shouting now. They just sort of like got tired of each other.
And I don't see them.
You don't see them. You just heard their voices. It sounds like they're yelling from far away somewhere in this chamber. You're not sure how big the chamber is. It looks like it could be several acres, actually. Actually, could be like even 100 acres. It's just so large.
So they've got another dead swimming tree on a barge. There's a couple of there's a dock.
So to your left is the swimming tree on the barge, floating there. To your right is the approaching dock, and it looks like the boat is automatically heading towards the dock.
Okay. Well, and I don't see any sign of anybody.
You don't see any life. You don't see any movement at this point. You just see the little flicker of lights up ahead, overhead, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the light that is coming from the huts is stable. There's the light is strange in this world in Fey Opion because they hardly ever use candles, although some of the lights give off a flicker like candles. This is probably your standard fairy stuck in a lamp type light, you guess, because you see a lot of those everywhere.
Oh, okay. All right. I am going to. Can I? How big is? Can I stealth inside the boat? Can I like sort of crouch down to make sure I'm not seen?
You are a rogue, a level 1 on top
Says
of your other stuff.
Okay.
There are things you can do as a rogue, and one of them is stealth. So go ahead and give me a stealth check.
No.
Okay, then do not. And the bell sinks. Alligators appear out of nowhere. You're eating the end.
All right. Well, that's our show, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I have an 11, but I got a +9 on my stealth, so I got that's a dirty 20, as the kids say.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, you don't think anyone has noticed you approaching. You don't get like any heebie-jeebies or anything like that. It just seems like you're heading towards this thing. And
all right.
If you let it run its course, it does eventually dock automatically. In fact, a little magic rope just sort of falls off of the side of the dock and snakes up onto the end of your boat and just wraps itself around, ties a little knot, and you're tied up.
Intriguing. All right, I'm going to get out, and it's funny because I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why this thing brought me here,
right?
But it did. I see that there's another dead swimming tree, which makes me think that there's something up to no good. Maybe all of this is about being up to no good.
Just some no goodness, yeah.
Yeah, there's still a whole lot of no good.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking for Ozzy.
Yeah.
And Jeff's cousin. So I feel like the thing to do is to get out of the boat.
Okay.
Gonna stealthy AF. Stealthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck is stealthy.
I thought AF stood for something else.
Oh, what do you think it stood for?
Astronomically funky.
Huh.
I learn new things every day.
Yeah. How funky is astronomically funky?
Well, it's space. I always imagine space is pretty like you get up in space and you're like, you got nothing else to do but listen to the funk.
True. Very true. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna sneak up to those houses, that two houses with the bridge going between them, and one of them looks like a stable. I'm gonna sneak my way across. I'm just gonna try to reconnoiter, try to get away the land, see if there's anything, or lay the land awakes or something. See if there's anything that, as I sneak up there, if I see any signs of people, any signs of creatures, anything that looks like it could kill me, that sort of thing.
Okay, so coming up to the house, the two houses, the two huts. These are beautifully crafted huts. They're made of timber mostly. You see that beyond the twin huts, there's an arched stone bridge on the right or on the left, and it looks like if you peer around between the opening of the bridge, like because it's like an H You got building, and you got the bar, and the bar is the bridge. And if you look through, there's some tables and chairs. There's some barrels of whatever.
Mhm.
There's some gardening implements. In fact, there is a garden that is not looking good. Looks like it
Oh.
had potatoes before. And beyond that garden, on the opposite side of these huts is, so you had the bridge that you saw to the left. Straight ahead and to your right, there is a footpath, a wooden footpath that winds itself between these gigantic Dagobah trees that you don't know where that goes.
Is that
There's
the
very little light.
That the scientific name for them, the Dagobah
There's,
trees?
it's these gigantic cypress, banyan, and water tupelo trees. But I prefer Dagobah trees.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I see any small green men living in them?
You do not. You could roll for a perception check if you like.
Yeah, I don't know. I should ask the chat room what to do, but they don't care. They'll say, "Hey, put a knife in your leg." That's what they'll say.
Why not?
Why not?
Do whatever you want. Live the.
We're the chat room. We're just going to tell you, put a knife in your leg. We don't care. Yep. See, already they're telling me put a knife in my leg. I mean, they're not using those words, but yeah.
You can feel the animosity, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can feel. Well, it's not so much animosity. It's not like we can't wait for you to get a knife in your leg.
Curiosity. Maybe it's curiosity. Like, what would happen if we stuck a knife in this man's leg?
I think it's more like if they had a shit, they wouldn't give it. It's
I think
like
they do. I mean,
not my leg.
If they're asking you to stick a knife in your leg, I think it shows a curious nature.
Okay.
A need to experiment. And to know what the outcome will be. I think it's a noble thing.
Well, I'm glad you framed it that way, or I was going to be annoyed. Right. Someone suggested sticking a spoon in my leg. Even better. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to I'm gonna stealth up to that. Okay, so I see all this stuff out there, but I'm going to stealth up to those huts, which for some reason I had imagined being painted white, like a pair of like southern New Orleans plantation homes. But
no, these are more. I don't know I forget what the style is called. They're made of timber. They have the cross beams. They're very medieval or approaching Victorian.
Okay.
Leaving Renaissance and going into the Renaissance era, but I cannot remember the name.
All right. Tudor, maybe Tudor.
Tudor, thank you. Yes, these are Tudor little huts with roofs.
So we're gonna go up to the first hut. I'm gonna approach the where I see the light on in the stable. I'm gonna try to see what I can. The whole thing is creepy, but I'm gonna see what I can try to glean, ascertain, whatever you want to call it, by looking at that stable as I hem and haw my way through my explanation.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
All right. Ooh, well, 10. Total of 10.
You are heading towards the stable. In order to go towards the stable, you have to pass by the hut on the left, which looks like living quarters, but you're not sure. You made a slight checks, but you glancing in as you go by, you see the door to those living quarters has been kicked in.
Oh.
And there seems to be a mess in there, but you're heading towards the stables. There's still a light in those quarters that you pass by, and there's a light burning in the stable that you're heading towards. The stable has two saloon-style doors that are made of iron, and in the stable from here, you can see what looks like just a pile of hay, and there's a water trough, that sort of thing, but you see no sign of an animal having been there at any time. In fact, you don't even see like animal droppings or anything. It's just empty.
So it's probably only used for photo shoots.
Could be, it could be like an Instagram thing.
Yeah, or they want to have
Yeah, this could be an influence. You could have gone to Influencer Island.
Maybe.
Yeah,
do I see like a girl in denim shorts and like a cowboy hat, like taking a selfie in front of the hay pile?
Roll.
Hang on. Okay. Do you want my perception bonus, or is that?
Yeah, I'll give you a perception bonus.
16.
No, you do not. You do not see any cowboy hats at all, but you do see the hay pile move slightly.
Uh-oh. I don't like this. So now I've got like, okay, so now my choice is, I'm thinking narratively here. The choice is either go into the place where that's been trashed, the living quarters that have been trashed, or go into the thing where there's probably something hiding in the hay bale. And if I'm going to use my powers of deduction based on not nearly enough. Oh, your webcam went out. It's back. Nothing. Your webcam went out and it's back. Nothing. I'm going to say this. I'm guessing somebody's hiding in the hay pile who was in that living quarters when the attack happened. This is my guess. Just a guess, mind you. I could be completely wrong. But tell you what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to go into the living quarters to see.
You gotta back up.
Got to back up.
All right. Okay. So you go into the living quarters. Mm-hmm. There is a single light glowing over a desk. The light is as you thought. It's one of these little lanterns that has a tiny fairy doing its business in its little fairy world in this lantern.
Don't be vulgar.
I know.
Okay.
And they got like a little house, got like a little, fairy house. They got like a little flower that they live in and stuff. But the fairies of this type are kind of almost animal-like. So they're kept like pets, like in terrariums, kind of. But anyways, so doesn't seem to be important. The desk itself has been looted. There's, all the drawers have been pulled out and emptied. There's papers all over the floor. Mm-hmm. There's
signs of violence. Signs of violence.
Yeah, smashed.
Yay!
A sextant has been stabbed into one of the walls.
Don't be vulgar.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Someone doesn't like nautical shit.
All right. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
sex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking something else. Go ahead.
There's there was a bed here. There was there's a lot of blood on the bed actually.
Oh Jesus.
And it looks like someone had been tied up here at one point. You see ropes around the bed, and you see the ropes have been cut, and you see what looks like what would you call those? Like it's something that looks like this. Give me an investigation check. There's a device sitting next to this bed that you need to understand.
A device?
Yes, it is about 4 feet tall. It is like a cabinet with dials and little gizmos hanging off of it, plus a couple of bags or actually a couple of jugs. These would be glass jugs, one on either side. It looks like they have had blood in them at some point.
I don't like this at all. Yeah. I only got an 11 on my. Okay. I mean, why would I lie about a really middling roll? And by the way, when you say like looks like someone was tied up on the bed and there's a device, it's getting unsavory. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not good. No, this whole thing is not good.
No. No.
It's a low enough roll. Actually, you know what? Give me what is your medical? Is there a medical check? What would be the medical check?
You know what? I'm gonna say for whatever reason, I'm not getting. This isn't giving me my D&D Beyond. And you know how we love D&D Beyond here. Is not giving me my intelligence bonus on my investigation check, which I should be getting, right? So that's still it's a 14.
I've got your stats up here. Let me see. Investigation is +0.
Yeah, but it's an intelligence based. Let's get into a deep rules discussion, shall we? Because people love that. Right. It's an intelligence-based thing.
Intelligence-based, yes.
So I should be getting +3 for my intelligence.
What's your intelligence is?
0.
10. 10, yeah.
Yeah, never
you're
mind.
Lucky you can read, buddy.
I got nothing. You're right. Hey, that's average. Average people can read. I don't know why there's like that's on my saving throws. All right, never mind. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm an asshole. I blame myself.
Medicine. Give me a medicine check. That's what I want. Actually, what did you roll?
11.
Okay, so you get to.
Well, medicine check is +7, so I get an 18.
Yes. You know what this is. This is basically a dialysis machine in this world.
I'm sorry, what? Somebody had kidney problems?
So someone, it is a similar process of dialysis. This is probably, I think dialysis maybe is the wrong word. When they take blood they have this new process where they remove the blood, and it sort of works like dialysis, where it
Okay.
takes the blood out and puts the other blood back in, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. So it's
Cleans
okay.
it. But
It's like a blood cleaning.
This seems to have been set in such a way, since you did such a high roll, this seems to have been set in such a way where it just takes the blood out.
Oh, this is creepy, man.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. These are like vampires who were too lazy to suck the blood, so they made machines.
Yeah.
Not realizing it was more work to make the machines.
A lot of work,
rather than just suck the damn blood.
Yeah.
That's civilization in a nutshell. All right. So if I search through the desk or anything like that, is there anything in there that leads me to believe what this place was, who lived here, anything like that?
Right. You do find, yes, just looking through the desk, you can see there's some paintings on the walls, and you see there's a lot of stuff that leads you to believe that this particular hut belonged to that female mock griffin that you found dead on by the river.
Oh Jesus! So she got out of here, was killed on the river.
Yeah.
Oh,
or died on the way there or something. But by the time she got to the shore, she was dead.
All right. Okay. Well, and is there anything else in here that seems to be of value in this room? I mean, I may as well search through a stranger's bedroom and take their stuff, right? Because that's what happens in this world.
I gotta see what's in this room real quick. I gotta roll what's in this room. So I've got a book here.
Well, you're at a crime scene. Someone's clearly been violated. They've been tied to a bed and tortured. Someone's burst into their personal quarters. Oh, cool. Is there any of their stuff I can take? Because yeah, exactly.
You know who would know
can I take their stuff?
You know who would know how to solve a crime is Gary Gygax.
Oh, do you think it's while you're looking up? Is it time for Gygax facts?
It might be. What does Marcus think?
Marcus.
Gygax facts. Time for facts about Gary Gygax. And it's time for Gygax facts.
Okay, I don't know if you knew this, but Gary Gygax, no, he was a consultant on the TV show Quincy.
Nice.
Because, get this, Gary Gygax, and not a lot of people know this, worked for the Los Angeles Coroner's Department as a consultant for years.
What?
Yes. And do you want to know why? No, not 4 years. I mean, just 4 FOR.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how many years it was. I mean, people who know more about Gygax could tell you. And I'm sure if you go to the Coroner's Department in LA, either they will happily just ply them with a couple of drinks. They'll tell you about Gary Gygax. Now, Gary Gygax, they called him the Sherlock of corpses because this is true. Gary Gygax had this unique ability to tell how someone had been murdered just by, now you're going to say looking at it, by examining the crime scene. No, it was kind of sick. He had to lick the corpse. Okay. Gary Gygax, yeah.
That's standard, though, right? You always see that in cop shows.
No. Well, you saw it on Quincy, right? Quincy
sure, yeah, he was tasting everything.
He was always licking corpses. Every episode, he'd lick the corpse. And, I mean, honestly, I mean, you know, Jack Klugman, who played Quincy M.E., resisted until he heard the story of Gary Gygax, corpse licker, the Sherlock of corpses, because they called him corpse licker, like everyone would know. But he had this uncanny ability. And so here's what happened. Like, Gary Gygax was brought in for a crime of, you know, it was clearly some kind of crime of passion. They think it was a serial killer.
His crime?
No, not his crime.
Oh.
No. He was helping the police department.
His own crime.
Yeah, no, I licked this corpse. No, licking corpses is not a crime. Either fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view. So anyway, there had been a string of serial killings. Right. And Gary Gygax was brought in because the bodies were found, right? They could tell that they had been strangled and poisoned and drowned. That's a lot. That's a lot of things. But they couldn't figure out anything else. So they brought Gary Gygax in. And here's what happened. So they brought Gygax in. He sees the corpse. This is like the 5th, 6th victim. And he goes up to the corpse and he licks the corpse. And he licks the cheek. And then he licks the neck. And then he just kept licking the corpse.
I found what I'm looking for.
Yeah, they never called him back again. That's the end. Okay, right. Anyway, thanks, Marcus.
Gygax facts.
Yeah, it's creepy. Anyway.
I mean, that's how I'd do it.
Me too.
So, anyways, you find a bunch of you find
Mhm.
basically cooking oil. You find
Mhm.
some recipes books. You find actually a lot of recipe books. You
So this
find
person was a chef of some kind.
it looks like this person may have been a cook. Yes,
Interesting.
but
Okay,
there
so
are but the stuff that is not related to cooking. There isn't anything else. It looks like things were taken from here for whatever purpose, either taken away or destroyed. But mostly you're just
okay.
finding cooking stuff.
All right. I think it's time, and I have a feeling since there's blood involved that I think that those people I heard arguing over the blood probably had something to do with it. But I am going to now stealth across to the other building where I saw the hay pile moving,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go over there
Okay.
and sneak into the stable.
Give me another stealth. Give me it!
Ah! Jeez, you scared me.
When it's so bad, it's like a flavor and not a corpse.
Corpse flavor. Lick it. Lick the corpse. 14.
14? All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, you seem to be able to sneak up to this thing, and you can see that there is something under the pile of hay. You're not sure what from this distance, so you're about 10 feet away,
Okay.
looking into the open saloon doors that are made of iron.
Mhm.
But beyond that, not really sure.
I'm gonna draw my sword.
Mhm.
Busby Burby's Distortia, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which are there stats for Busby Burby's Distortia on our website yet?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
should
people can look that up.
we
Yeah.
should tweet that. We should tweet
A sword that duplicates the attacker whenever
Mhm.
you stab them.
Yep. A sword from Busby created by the famed entertainer Busby Burby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did he kill people in his act with this sword?
That was the problem with Busby Burby, is that towards the end of his career, the beautiful, ostentatious musicals and dance routines that he was putting on were becoming more fatal. Yes,
Yeah.
he was kind of driven out of town by the end of his career.
Rightfully so. So I'm going to draw the sword. I'm going to approach the hay pile,
Okay.
and I'm going to stand there, sword out, with the hay pile, and just say, "All right, I see you hiding there. You may as well come out."
All right.
That's as clever as it got.
Okay.
I was hoping for some hay pile one-liner, but I don't have it.
You hear this?
Hey!
You hear this clicking sound from under
Mhm.
the hay. This, and then just this gigantic caterpillar-like thing rises up, taller than you, and looks down at you and hisses. And go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Yeah.
What was it? What was a giant clockwork caterpillar?
Oh, it's not clockwork. It's like an
Oh.
armored caterpillar. It's got a very thick hide. It's yellow.
Mhm.
It has these horrific looking mandibles on the front of it. It does not look like your cute little friendly caterpillar. It looks like the spiny, poisonous, terrible kind.
I'm not happy about any of this. I just want to go on record.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't smell good either.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Ooh. Rolled a natural 19 plus my +8 initiative bonus equals 27.
Oh, you
Beat
go
that
first.
caterpillar.
Yeah, you
huh?
go first. You go first.
Who's blowing smoke rings now, pal?
So this thing hovers. This thing rises over you like a giant cobra, and hisses down on you. You got this putrid breath that just fills your face. It's like that window licker video by
Mhm.
Aphex Twin with the
Yeah.
monster screaming lady's face. It's like that. And you're
Okay.
the old lady. So what are you gonna do?
I like that old lady. I'm gonna lick the corpse. That's what I'm gonna do. Nope, not gonna lick the corpse. I think I'm gonna.
Surprise.
Yep. He goes, "Whoa!" He's just thrown, and he's kind of freaked out, kind of gross. He doesn't want to attack you because it's just to even get that close to touching you would be just not cool. It would be very awkward. No, I'm going to attack him instead.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him with the sword.
All right.
All right. 10 plus 6 is 16.
You got him.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So you roll to see how many duplicates you make of this creature.
Yes. Now, Busby Burby's Distortia, as we know, is a mirrored scimitar, and when I hit somebody basically 1d4 mirror images of that creature appear and basically freak it the fuck out. They do 1 point per image, and also it doesn't know how to feel. Basically, it's confused and questions its whole role in the universe.
For each one that exists, it's a point of psychic damage per turn.
Okay, so there's two.
So
two other giant things
appear next to it, and those attack too with psychic damage. So whatever, that's going to add 2 to whatever attack you now roll. Whatever damage you now roll.
I only get 1d6 plus 3, so.
Right.
Yeah, I got 7. 7 points.
So
plus the 2 is 9.
9. So yeah, it doesn't look happy about that. It's confused. It is going to attack. Now it's going to decide who it's going to attack, because it's got 2 more of itself next to it. It's like doing this. So
I'm assuming it's smart enough to know that there's something very wrong if it's surrounded by 2 of itself.
It has an intelligence of 1, Eric.
Oh, it doesn't know anything.
No.
You'd think it would. I don't know. If it sees 2 versions, it sounds like, "Hey, me."
Let me see.
Oh, I shouldn't have given you that idea.
Does not.
Okay.
So it's gonna. So a 1 to 2, it's gonna pick on you, and the rest is one of those.
All right then.
At a 3, so it attacks the one to its left. It just freaks out. First it gets wounded, and it's like whoa, and then just whips around and tries to bite the one next to it. And what's the AC on its clone?
They are AC 5.
Okay. So it's gonna roll. It got a 12. So yeah, it shatters that illusion. Okay. But now it's your turn.
Aha! All right, I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Now here's a question: when I hit again, do more appear? Is it
no? Not until the first round of them are gone.
Okay. Once all of them are gone, then more will appear.
Yeah.
Got it.
But this one's also going to add another point of damage. So.
All right. Well, I got a natural 19 plus 6 is 25. So suck it, caterpillar, big hissy yellow caterpillar, like something out of creepy.
You tell him, buddy. Camp. Yeah, you don't let him like be a caterpillar and get away with it.
Yeah, I didn't stomach that at summer camp. I'm not gonna stomach it now. All right, 8 points.
8 points plus 1, so it's another 9 points of damage.
Yeah. Oh no! 5 plus 3, which is 8 points.
Yeah.
Oh, so plus 1. But I'm stupid. Sorry about that.
So you get another 9 points of damage on this thing. It now is going to turn to attack you because you're like right there. So it's going to.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Here we go. It's going to. We've got a 5 plus to hit for 9. No, sorry, plus 8. 4 plus 8 to hit is 12.
My AC is 16.
Okay, so these tentacles come out from its mandible and just whip around your head and miss. So.
Well, take that, Mr. Guy.
Oh, sorry. This is a multi-attack. So.
Oh, come on!
I know. The carrion. It's called a carrion crawler. Just so you know.
I remember them.
Crawler makes 2 attacks. One with its tentacles and one with its bite. So miss with the tentacles. Now it's going to go in for a bitey bite, a little chompy chomp, and it gets a plus 4 on that.
A little nibbly nibble.
Yeah, it did a 9 plus 4 is 13. What do you think about that, guy?
No.
Oh.
By the way, I can tell exactly where your microphone is on the desk because every time you turn to the left, your voice gets louder.
Oh.
So yeah.
Should I move it?
No, I don't care. It's fine.
Should I punch it?
Now turn to your right and talk. Turn to your right. All right, now slowly turn to the left. Yeah, see, there we go.
Like that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
what?
Voice acting right there. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's
Professional.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
What did I say?
Was that a character that you created on your own?
Yeah. That was Mr. Redshift.
Yeah. Yeah, you've done that in stand-up. You brought up Mr. Redshift, and it's like, oh, I'm moving close to the speed of light. Look at me.
I only do that joke if I'm like at a club next to like Caltech. So
yeah, smart. Am I attacking now? Is that what's happening?
It's your turn. Yes, it lunged in for a bite, and as it went chomp like that next to your ear, and you went missed, and then these horrible tentacles came out right after, but also missed you.
All right, don't fuck with the hork.
Yeah. Don't fuck with the whore.
I only got a 16 this time.
16. That hits.
All right.
You're messing up this worm.
I'm a hitting fool, and 5 points. That's a 1d6. That's a 2 plus 4, and then there's still the psychic creature, which does another
so it does
point.
another 1 point.
So 6 points on the giant carrion crawler. Is there carrion around here?
It might be a little hungry, and you may be the carrion.
Oh,
yeah.
Incidentally, side note, real quick, I got completely wrong my analysis of the situation, which was that somebody had fled from the attack, whatever had happened in the living quarters, and was hiding in the hay pile in the thing. No, that's what I thought. That's how I would.
I would. I don't usually reveal my secrets, but in this case, I'm going to say yes. You're correct. You were wrong.
Good. Not much of a reveal.
It's the kind of game master I am. I help by giving you the correct information that brings the story into an area which makes you feel good about yourself as a person.
Well, that's I admire that. I appreciate it. Yeah.
So I'm here to tell you you were wrong.
Thanks.
So anyways, he's going to make a multi-attack.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah. So he's going to do 2 attacks. First, he's going to try to bite that carrion crawler next to him, and then he's going to attack you.
All right.
So the first attack is a 12 plus 8. So you got a 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has armor class of 5, so it basically just stuck its tongue through its entire soul. Tongue through the soul.
The bite does 2d4 plus 2. Let's see if it shatters it. That's a 3. That's a 1 plus 2. Yeah, shatters. Psh, all gone. Now it's your turn for tentacle time. Boop, 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 boop.
When you were a kid, did you used to watch Tentacle Time on Saturday mornings?
Oh, sure. Who didn't?
Yeah, with Mr. Squidgy and the Sucker Police. That was actually
nice.
That was a great show.
Remember when Tentacle Time was pulled off the air because of all the accidents?
Yeah, I do. But to be fair, it's kind of why we watched it.
So this is the tentacle attack. It's 9 plus 8. He gets a 17.
Oh, he hit me.
Yeah, he tentacled you up, buddy.
That's not
cool. This does let's see, hit melee attack. Okay, so the melee attack hit for poison damage. Okay, so we're gonna roll for poison damage.
Oh no.
You got 5 points of poison damage.
Oh.
Okay. And then you must roll a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for 1 minute.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on.
Most DMs would not tell you this information and just say, "Oh, you feel kind of weird. Who knows how this is gonna last?" But I get so excited. I just want to tell you how much you hurt.
Thanks. I appreciate the humanity in that.
I'm so proud of my.
Oh no! That's a nat 1. That is a natural 1.
Yeah.
I'm holding up to the camera as though that matters. I'm natural 1.
So yeah, this tentacle just goes bam against the side of your cheek, and you feel like this numbing sensation. First, there's like the slaps, like and then there's this you feel something go into your body. Some people would say it's like a feeling, but this is more like, I would say, if you're going to be poisoned, it's more of a under the skin.
Does it feel more like a swoosh?
Yeah, and you just feel kind of gross now.
Oh, great. Oh. That's it? I just feel gross? That's the worst it does?
No, you're going to be poisoned for the next minute. Oh, yeah, jeez. Hold on a second.
Not words you want to hear from a dungeon master. Yeah, you're going to be, yeah.
You're now paralyzed. So,
what?
That's what this poison does. Sorry about that, buddy.
For how long?
A minute, which means it can eat you in that time. But you get to make a saving throw each turn. So, so your next turn, you get to make a saving throw. Right now, it's going to attack you again. Actually,
wait.
You make a saving throw.
Yeah, I get to make a saving throw at the top
go for
of my
it.
turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And I roll a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. Plus
Yeah.
2, and my con bonus is obviously is only 5. So.
No, it's bad now.
No.
Yeah, so now it's gonna attack.
No.
It's gonna do its multi-attack. So the bite,
No.
you got a 10 plus 4, 14.
This is gross.
Yeah.
You got 10 plus 4. Well, my armor class is 16. Does he
Okay.
get a bonus? Does he roll
So
with
it
advantage?
it tries to like come around behind you and take a bite, but it hits your shoulder plate armor, so it doesn't
Okay.
get through. You're just sort of standing there stunned right now, in this paralyzed state because of the goo. And now
I'm gonna throw a rules thing down here. Does he get to roll with advantage? Because he's not that this is gonna make things worse for me. Because I'm paralyzed.
I think he does. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, buddy.
Why did I?
I don't know. It's okay. He rolled a 3 on the second time, so he missed you on that one. So he's up. But now he's gonna do another tentacle because that's what his attacks are. This one he got a 15 plus 8, so he tentacled you again. Now he can't paralyze you twice, but he's gonna do some more damage. Another tentacle. So he tries to bite, and then that tentacle comes out again and like hits you in the back of the neck. It's really gross, like somebody gave you a wet willy, but it's full of poison. So he did another 4 points of damage to you.
All right, that's not so bad. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, now break free.
What?
Roll.
All right, here's the deal. I'm going to use my inspiration point to roll with advantage.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so I can get out of this. So I'm not like molested by a caterpillar.
You're a level 1 rogue. So anytime you have advantage, you get to take 2 actions to attack. So you can use one of your actions to get out of it if you do.
Mm-hmm.
But the other action has to be an attack. You can't roll again to see if you get out of it.
Got it. Aha! 15 plus 2 is 17.
You got out. So you shook. So you feel like the smoosh. Something about that second blop of goo that he hit you with feels like it like maybe countered it, like it was too much, and your system like got overloaded, and now you shook off this paralyzed state.
Nice.
And now you can attack.
All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Swinging the sword, people. 18 plus 6 is
that hits.
Hits.
Yes.
All right. First, is the last mirror image gone now? Because he destroyed the second one. All right. So I'm gonna roll 1d4. More mirror images, people. More giant crazy. Oh, 4. There's
nice.
4 creepy ass thingies around.
Now it's like really like it was coming around like trying to wrap around you, and then suddenly it's like it's surrounded by 4 of itself, and it's like
sweet fancy Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your damage?
I don't know.
What's your damage?
I was raised wrong.
Say that. What's your damage?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I was traumatized in the war.
The Cabbage Patch Kid War.
The Damage Patch Kids.
The Cabbage Patch Kid War. Remember that in the 80s? People would kill each other for Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh, I would definitely, by the way, pay for a line of toys called the Damage Patch Kids.
Oh,
and just
like Garbage Pail Kids are though.
Yeah, no, they're just gross. The Damage Patch Kids have genuine psychological disorders brought on by either trauma or abuse.
That sounds terrible.
What?
That sounds absolute.
What, the Damage Patch Kids?
Let's move on.
Okay. I'm borderline personality disorder because of neglected by my parents. Okay.
It's love those dolls.
Yeah. So meet Twitchy, the Damage Patch Kids. Okay, so that's 3 plus 3. That, by the way, is not an attempt to make fun of people who Twitch. No. But people who spend too much time on Twitch, like everyone in our chat room. Anyway, not you people, not the people in there, our chat room, but other chat rooms. 6 plus the 4 from the mirror images. Okay,
so you got 10 points of damage?
Yes.
All
that's
right.
Math. Yes.
How much you got? Yeah, this. It's looking really bad. It's like leaking all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to attack. Let's see. We got 5 targets here. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's going to attack you. If it's anything else, it's going to attack one of the others.
All right.
He turns and he takes a bite at one of the others.
Cool.
and rolls a 2 plus 4, 6.
Hits. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, he 3 and 4. So yeah, he shattered that illusion.
Okay.
And then he goes for another bite, another illusion, and he gets a 6 plus 8. So he hits that one, and the damage he does is 4 plus 2 is 6. So 2. Oh, there's the camera. It's coming back. Is
Nope,
the camera coming back?
Not
No,
this
there it is.
time.
Okay.
Oh, it's back.
Gone for good. Okay.
Sorry, if I keep looking down at a frame, it's because Bruce, my cat, is here.
Hi,
And
Bruce.
He's trying to get my attention, and I think he wants to be fed. But he hasn't said anything yet, so.
He's just staring at you. He's just looking at you,
Kind of.
filling you with guilt.
He's like throwing me. He's like basically this is how he operates. He throws my affection. He starts to be really affectionate, which is code for please feed me, which you would think would be code for I love you, and maybe it is, and I'm reading it wrong. But yeah, Bruce is down there. He's a good cat. That's why I'm leaning out of frame. Anyway, I'm sorry. What?
I mean, for all I know, you could be wearing no pants, and you're just trying to tuck your shirt down around your butt, and you're just that's up to you. I have no judgment.
You don't have to judge me because I'm wearing pants. It's fine.
Oh, that's good. Because I would judge you about that. Anyways, so you got it destroyed 2 of the illusions, so there's 2 left. And now it's your turn.
Gonna kill him. Gonna go for the giant carrion crawler. 11 plus 6 is 17.
Yeah, it hits.
All right, so I rolled a 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2 is another 10.
10 plus 2?
No, 8 plus 2 is 10.
It
is dead. It's dead.
Sort of goes and stops for a second, looks at you, and then just collapses. And then all the illusions pop away.
Okay.
And it's just bleeding out now on the hay.
I lick the corpse. I don't do it.
It tastes like a carrion crawler.
I don't do that. No, I don't. I don't do that. I changed my mind.
Your tongue is paralyzed immediately.
Not licking any corpses here. But now corpse licking is going to be a running theme in this campaign, and we're not going to be. Maybe we'll shake it off by next time. Maybe there'll be no more corpse licking because I know nobody is pleased about the corpse licking. And by the way, side note, I don't want to make assumptions. Somebody might be pleased about the corpse licking.
Someone's always pleased about something.
I don't want to know about it.
That's the boldest statement I've ever made in my life. Someone is always pleased about something.
Wow. God. Political.
I should get an award.
Yeah, you should get a talk show. Okay. The carrion
talk shows where people throw chairs at each other, though.
You could just start by throwing chairs. You could be the host who throws chairs.
It's not contentious. They're if people are talking rationally, but they're throwing chairs at each other the whole time. They're quoting from Oscar Wilde or something, and there's just chairs.
I'm now imagining, by the way, like two people, like a Dick Cavett show set situation, two people sitting across from each other, and then a couple of stagehands, or maybe young ladies in uniforms specifically for this, just bringing up chair after chair after chair,
armored elbows and pads,
as they throw them at each other.
Sure. And just Oscar Wilde once said that it's better to be talked about than not talked about at all.
Did he?
I don't know. He probably said something like that.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Dead. I investigate the room. What's in the room?
Okay. There's just a giant dead worm in here.
Oh, fuck it. Move on.
No.
No, what else is in the room? Seriously.
There's a giant dead worm in here. There's nothing.
Is this a stable? There's no clues? I went to here and there's nothing? Really? I almost got killed? And there's nothing.
There are some underneath the hay. There are some eggs that it's laid. Yeah. And this was maybe a nest.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I kind of want to smash the eggs, but who am I to fuck up at the ecosystem in this place? I have no investment.
Why not release more of these horrible creatures in here?
we don't know that they're to like hatching stage. They could
That's
just
true.
be yolks at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, but
It
I'm
might
not
be
gonna.
delicious when they're babies.
Yeah, no. Any pursuit of these eggs is gonna be gross.
Yeah.
All right, so going back outside.
Right. So you're covered in like goo from this horrible monster.
Why did I bother?
You're like, yeah, that's your first thought is why did I bother going in there?
Why couldn't I have left well enough alone? Where is there a blood trail leading from this room at all?
There you can see. Give me a perception check.
No.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. Yeah, I will. I
So
occasionally get
defiant about those.
I get contrarian. I'm sorry.
I know.
I know. I'm a
Nature.
huge jerk. Natural 20. I rolled natural 20.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yes, there are. Now that your eyes have adjusted to the low light in this place, you can see that there's blood splatters that go from this room, the hut where you found this machine, going to the end of the dock where you had arrived. But there's also some blood splatters that go over the arched stone bridge to another lima bean shaped stone island that has another couple of rooms.
All right.
Couple huts.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna follow the blood.
Okay.
And by the way, these blood splatters, are any of them in interesting shapes? Like, can I see dogs, or maybe like a man playing a trumpet? The way how clouds form into shapes that you point out to your friends.
Right. At one point, one you think looks like a hot dog, and just remind you
Oh.
that you're really hungry. That you never like. Jeff made that meal earlier, but it was very vegetarian, and you're not a vegetarian, and so you're just sort of like farty right now.
Well, I only fart stealthily if I've learned nothing else from thief school, from rogue school. It's how to
you're silent,
be
but deadly. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. All right.
The rogue mantra.
Silent but deadly. Thief farts, as they say in thief school. That's probably its whole class. That whole class is thief farts. All right. Follow the blood trail. Go over to the other island.
Okay.
Stealth. I'm gonna stealth it to see if I'm not. I don't want to be spotted.
Okay. Stealth it, mother F.
You stealth it, pal. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I got a 20. I got a 12 plus 9 is 20.
Okay. You walk over the bridge. It's again, like everything else in this place, beautifully crafted bridge. You go over the arch. You come down. It's a similar layout. There is a hut on the left with a little tower on this above the second story. Looks like it maybe has like a nook to sit in, that sort of thing. And there's a little bridge that goes over to the second hut, and that second hut is a stable. And there's light here too. There's also a garden around the back of this one as well. Also, the vegetables are spoiled, whatever was growing here. There's some tables and chairs out in like a little patio area. But otherwise, it's the same thing. The door to this hut has been burst open from the inside. And the stable looks like it's been rifled through. Like there was some things that were stored there, and there's like smashed barrels and that sort of thing over in the stable area.
All right, I'm gonna go search the living quarters.
Okay. Inside the living quarters, you find a very similar situation that was in the other hut. You find the ruined bed. You find the ropes that were cut. You find the machine lying sitting next to the bed. You see. Actually, you don't see the machine in this one. The machine is just in the other room, but it looks like the machine had been here.
Okay. Little like tracks on the ground, or like
there are tracks on the ground, like wheel tracks with blood are going out the door. Searching this person's desk, you see that this person was probably the other mutton troll that you found dead on the beach. And that their interests were mostly in Arcana. They were mostly interested in studying Arcana, the history of Arcana. So there's some books on Arcana. They didn't seem like whoever had smashed this place up didn't really seem to care about what was in this room and just sort of left it all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So The
Go ahead.
people we found on the beach, they clearly lived here. At some point, somebody came in, tied them to the bed, tried to drain their blood. They escaped. Now the ropes have been cut, which means somebody may have cut them out.
Right.
And then they got out. They probably got to some kind of boat or something. But by the time they reached the other side, they were attacked and killed.
Mhm.
Or okay, interesting. So whoever was here, so these people who lived here day in day out, they weren't up to anything. Somebody came in to actually do this horrible thing to them.
Right.
And then somebody else came and rescued them. But it was too little too late, or they fell out of the proverbial frying pan into the proverbial balloon basket. Fire. Sorry.
Right.
Fire.
Death, horror.
All right.
Those are some good ideas. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, except they're all wrong, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah. What was I rolling? Investigation?
Perception, please.
Perception, okay. 16.
Okay. You hear from behind you a small voice. Who are you? Are you a thief?
I said, actually, I'm a druid. Who are you?
And you don't hear anything else.
Oh, come on. I say, who are you? I say it again.
I belong here. Do you belong here?
Probably not. But right now, I think I pretty much belong here. That's a very philosophical.
You hear something fall off a shelf, and then you hear, stop that.
Huh. I turn and look at the shelf.
Okay, you see what looks like. Let me find the description here. Hiding in the shadows in the corner of this room, you see a little human girl, perhaps 10 years old. She looks pale and listless. Her hair is short, almost a bowl cut, jet black in color. She wears a black jacket and short trousers, a white shirt and black tie around her neck. Her shoes are like penny loafers, not an adventurer's shoes at all. It's hard to tell her expression, for her listlessness gives off a sense of foreboding and bemusement, as if she were staring into the heart of doom.
Wait. Foreboding and bemusement? Wait. Foreboding and bemusement?
Foreboding and bemusement at the same time. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah. You cannot tell if she is carrying any weapons.
Okay.
She says, if you aren't a thief, then how did you get in here?
The door had been kicked open from the inside.
I mean the cavern, of course.
Oh, I went on a leaf boat. We're here to try to track down a lost mutton troll named Ozzy.
Oh, you know Ozzy.
I'm the person I'm with is cousins with Ozzy. I've never met Ozzy. I hear good things. Nice guy, very personable. I don't know if he plays music.
You hear a sound outside, and she stops you for a second, and she goes over to the window and looks out, and she tells you to put your head down. She motions for you to put your head down for a second.
Okay, I put my head down.
She pushes. She watches out the window for a little bit. Give me another perception check.
All right. Oh, not good. Only a 9.
Okay. She's just looking out the window. So she stops for a second and says, that was close. One of them was I could see one of them on the shore across the footbridge.
I said, what do you see? Who's on the shore?
She says, what's your name?
My name's Horkhauser. What's your name? And who's on the shore?
My name is Cliver Flea.
Cliver Flea?
Yes.
Cliver Flea?
Yes. That's what I said.
Wait a minute. How do I know Cliver Flea, Rikki?
Cliver Flea was the name of that giant-headed hamomancer who wanted you to publish all his novels.
That's right. He was this giant. He was a. So wait a minute. Am I looking at young Cliver Flea? Cliver Flea was is this season 1? Cliver Flea was season 1, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I ran into the guy, the Hamromancer, on the island. By the way, all of you go back and watch our old episodes. These are on our Twitch archive, our YouTube channel.
He was a man that only wrote novels about clowns.
God, if this is young Cliver Flea, I should
This is
encourage
a
it.
girl. This is a
This
little
is
girl.
a girl.
Yep, 10-year-old.
Whoa. I said, do you know there's an author and hammeromancer named Cliver Flea
She
who
just stops and
writes
goes. She
books
stops and
about?
goes. Ugh. Yes, I know. You've met him.
Oh, have I? He's awful.
We're related.
How? And I'm sorry.
I'm Cliver Flea the Third. He's Cliver Flea the 15th.
That seems somehow backwards.
Anyways, I'm sorry that you met him. He's terrible. Don't publish any of his books if he gives you any. He's
No,
always asking people to publish his books.
he
Thinks
gave me
everyone is a publisher.
he gave me a lot of books, and I kind of said I would just to get out of a bad situation.
Yeah, you know, I did actually like his one about the clown and the werewolf, though. That was pretty good.
Is it?
But, yeah, it's got a nice little subplot running through it about a princess who only eats bugs. But otherwise, they're terrible. I would throw them all in the sea.
What if I led with that one? Because I'm kind of worried he's going to come and take revenge if I don't get them published. That's my only concern.
He is a pretty powerful magic user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works with ham.
Yeah.
I don't want him to like cast a pork ball at me or something.
Yeah. It's no good.
Anyway, sorry, where were we?
She says, "My name is Cliver Flea the Third."
Mm-hmm.
She says, "I have a contract with the Cosmic Unicorn Sfesarissa.
Okay.
You are not obviously a servant of Sfesarissa.
Not to my knowledge.
But you appear to be on the same side as I am, as I. And since you have a leaf boat, I assume you understand how to use it?"
Ish.
Well, it got you to a source of water. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it did.
As long as you put it in a source of water as big as a bucket, it will take you to whatever marina it's ascribed to.
Interesting. Intriguing, even.
She says, "We servants of Sfesarissa operate from a network of such cavern marinas as this one.
Huh.
4 nights ago, I received a faint psychic distress call from my friend Ozzy. I'm from another marina, and I used my boat to bring me here. It took me 2 days before I was able to arrive, and I've been stuck here ever since. He sounded weak when he called me. All he said was, 'Help me.' I came as soon as I could, and I've been playing hide and seek with these wretched red hooves ever since."
Okay, I've got a lot of questions, and they may not be interesting. Okay, number one. So what you're saying is there's an entire network of these little magical marinas reached only by leaf boat, and you people or you're all connected to them. You're all pals?
we all serve Sfesarissa.
Sfesarissa.
Some of us are paladins, some of us are fighters.
Okay, which are
Some
you?
are clerics. I'm a fighter.
Okay, you're a little short for a fighter.
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay. Now, number two, who are the Red Hooves?
Oh dear. Roll to see if you an intelligence check to see if you've heard of Red Hooves before.
No, my intelligence is not great. I only got a
10. Okay. Yeah, this is not general knowledge. So she says, "Well, have you ever met a Vorpal deer?"
I think so.
And that's a Vorpal, like a Vorpal sword.
Yeah. I think I've met one of those once, right? Did I?
Yeah, they're very reclusive.
I've met a lot of people in my day.
They're good. They're good people generally. But the thing about a Vorpal deer is when they die, their body must be returned to the toll glade of Ivy Root, which is their home island.
Mm-hmm.
If their body isn't returned within a month, it reanimates and it walks back on its own. Now, this isn't a problem because that's all it does. It walks back to its home and then it collapses on the shore and waits to be collected. Their bones are indestructible, so they can only be properly destroyed in the fires of the altar of their home island. But every once in a while, something goes wrong, and one of those spirits, or one of those bodies on their way back can be possessed by a malignant spirit, an outgrave spirit, and then they become a red hoof. Red hoofs, they can only exist if they dip their hooves into blood and absorb it and continue. Without it, they'll go into a dormant state. I think what's happened here is that Ozzy brought a sick swimming tree into the marina. I'm not sure how he got it into his boat, but somehow he got it in here. He tried to heal it, not knowing what was wrong with it. And I think what was wrong with it was that it had 3 red hooves burrowed inside of it, which then, once they got into darkness, because they can only exist in darkness, they burst forth and attacked the paladins who live here. That's what I've been able to gather the last 2 days that I've been hiding in here. Now I can fight, but 3 red hooves by myself? No.
Uh-oh. This seems like a really opportune moment for the red hooves to attack us.
Yeah. In fact, just before you can ask any more questions, you hear another sound next to her. And this time you finally notice her shadow moves without her. And her shadow, you see her shadow pick up an object on the desk, and she turns and she goes, "Albert, no." And it drops it like it's startled. And when that sound happens, outside the hut, you hear, "Yes! Yes, Paddlewack finds the blood!" And that's our...
Would that be, wait a minute, would that be our cliffhanger? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's creepy. This is an unexpectedly creepy episode. I got to be honest.
On a very special Horkhauser.
On a very special Horkhauser Emmy. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into One Man Murder Maze. By the way, if you haven't been to our YouTube channel, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Because we never talk about our YouTube channel, and why not subscribe? It will cost you nothing. Also, if you like our show, go to what's the word? With Apple or Stitcher, wherever you read it, leave us a 5-star review, even if you only think we're 4.5 or 4.6 stars. We rebroadcast this show Sundays at 4 p.m. on our own One Man Murder Maze Twitch page.
True.
However, if you've already seen it now, maybe you don't need to see it again. You know what happens.
Maybe you're free from us forever.
Oh, don't say that. That would be sad. I'd miss these people. I'd miss all of them. Most of them.
They were trying to stab you in the leg with a knife earlier.
Yeah, that's right. I actually screwed that guy. Rikki, is there anything you need to promote? Anything you want to talk about?
I really need to blow my nose.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel.
This has been One Man Murder Maze with Rikki Simons and Eric Trueheart. If you enjoyed the show, hey, please tip your Maze Masters for maze maintenance at paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. Our audio podcast is available on Apple and Stitcher. Our videos are on twitch.tv/onemanmurdermaze and also on YouTube. Just search for One Man Murder Maze. Our website is guess onemanmurdermaze.com.